Boys, welcome back to the channel. Gentlemen, we have a very important topic that we are speaking about today, and this is negotiating and objection handling. Okay, if you're selling high ticket offers right now, whether it's coaching, mentorships, maybe a high ticket course, whatever it is online, you have to know how to approach objections and negotiate with people, because this is literally what will dictate how much money you make, bro. Like, you could be losing out on 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, even more $1,000 a month. Like, you could be losing out on so much money because you don't know how to properly go about things and tackle these when you are faced with them. Okay, so first thing is first, what is a negotiation and an objection, right? A lot of the times when you're selling high ticket online, the goal is to get somebody on a call, right? Because a lot of the times when you get somebody on a call, can you then further explain your offer, your product, whatever it is that you're selling? You can give the information, you can ask the prospect question, the lead questions, and then they can ask you questions, whatever it is. So a lot of times, first things first, you have to get somebody on a call. Once you've done that, at the end of your call, once you've gone through the sales conversation and you've held your structure, you know exactly, you've basically diagnosed the patient, knowing if you can help them or not, you're gonna get hit with one of two things at the end of your sales calls. And this is either going to be a yes, where somebody's going to buy what you have to offer, they're going to enroll in your program, whatever it is, or no, meaning they have an objection, they are not moving forward. And so when it comes to that no, that's exactly what we're diving into. And so when somebody says no, bro, in any way, shape, type, form, whatever it is, doesn't mean they just said no. It means they have an objection. Something is standing in the way of the enrollment, of the deal happening, of the transaction happening. And again, this doesn't just have to, they don't have to say no. Like, this could be in so many ways. Like, for example, you know what, I got to think about it. You know what, okay, give me till the end of the week so I can really put this all together in my head, whatever. You know what, I'm going to talk to my wife, whatever it is. Like, those are objections where somebody is not moving forward with your program. And so when somebody says no, it's for two reasons and two reasons only. One of the two. It's either the money, meaning they just don't have like the financial capacity to do so. If it's pay up in full, if your program's 5,000, 6,000, like they don't have all of that to put up front, or like they just don't have anything, whatever. Or the second thing is they're unsure about your process. Like, they're uncertain. They maybe don't see the value or whatever it is. They don't believe you. They don't trust you, things of those sorts. And so it's literally only one of those two things. It's either they don't have the money or there's just uncertainty with what they're purchasing. Okay, because you have to understand, the only thing at its basics, what lets a transaction go through is when the perceived value is higher than, in exchange, what is being asked for the offer, right? So if somebody has like $5,000 and your program's $5,000, they're only going to buy the program if they deem it more valuable than their $5,000. Like, if they think, damn, this is a great deal, like, this is going to change my life, whatever. Like, nobody's going to buy your program if they don't think it's worth their money. Like, of course they're not, right? And so again, it's only one of those two reasons, where they either don't have the money or they're just uncertain about the process. They don't see the value. And so now that you know that it's usually just one of those two things, now you can attack those straight on. And there's certain questions you can ask to figure out which one it is. And so I'll give you guys some of the best questions you can ask. So after you've gone into your pitch, you've let your prospect know how much it is, whatever. Now what you can, and they say no, or they say yes, whatever. Or when they say no, right? Now what you'll do is, a great question I like to ask to really differentiate whether it's the money or the value is like, okay, hey, perfect. You know, we really went over everything, because by this point, right, you've been on a sales call for like 30 minutes. I understand where you're currently at. I know exactly where you want to go. It seems like this would be a great fit. I believe you think the same. If you had all the money in the world, like if we just put the money aside for a second, would you enroll into the program? Like, is this something you think that is perfect for you and that could really help you? And if they say yes to that answer, great. You just said, okay, hey, if we didn't have to think about the money, is this the program you would enroll into? And so they said yes. So what do you know the problem is? It's the money. The problem is the money. You literally just isolated the problem, the money. Okay. And so what you can do now is attack the money problem head on. In negotiating and objection handling, you're really just trying to find the core problem and attack the core problem. And you do that by asking certain questions, okay? Because when somebody gives you a reason as to why they're not buying, oh, I need to think about it. No, there's something deeper in there that you need to uncover, and you uncover it by asking those questions. So now that you've asked that, you've uncovered what it actually is, it's the money, you can now dive deep into that, right? So you can be like, okay, perfect. So I understand now that it's the money. So what we could do here, for example, is then you can start to negotiate, right? So you can ask them how much money they have, right? That they're really playing with. At this point, you've really given all the information about your product, but now you have like leverage and you know the problem, so you can start to give out solutions. Because once you know the problem, it's really easy to find the solution. So you have like payment plans, you can pull back on your deliverables and negotiate with somebody now. So if your program's 5,000, 6,000, maybe even 1,000, and it's a 3-month thing, you can maybe do like a 2-month thing, a 1-month thing, which is like a special terms, special negotiation, and all those things to then close the deal, right? Or you can just take a deposit from somebody, again, split it up. There's a lot of things you can do when you really know the problem, especially when you're running your own business, because you're the head honcho, you're the one that really dictates everything. And so you have the leeway, the flexibility to make some fucking bread, right? Regardless of the day. I always say, you don't want to undersell yourself and strip yourself, but having a couple $1,000 day, a $2,000 day, even a $1,000 day is better than making no money, right? Just pull back on your deliverables a lot of the times or whatever. Or don't, it's up to you, right? But now that you understand that, okay, if you ask the same question to somebody and they're like, hey, let's just put the money to the side for a second, and then you ask them the same question of like, do you think this is the program for you? If the money wasn't a problem, or if we weren't even thinking about the money, is this something you still would do? Do you think it's a great fit? Do you understand everything? And they say no, meaning they just said if they had all the money in the world, they still wouldn't buy your program. Okay, so now you've just figured out it's not the money, okay? It's the uncertainty they have in the value, maybe in the process. Maybe they don't trust you. They don't believe what you're selling. Like you've given them some hopes and dreams, and they're like, I don't think this guy can deliver, whatever it is, right? And so now that you've basically separated the two, and you've identified, okay, it's the uncertainty. Now you attack the uncertainty. And money's not really the issue, because they just said if they had all the fucking money in the world, they wouldn't buy what you're offering. And so now you can be like, got you. So, and then you dive deep. You ask them, you think it's the process? Is it me? Do you not trust me? Like a lot of the times, something I say is like, hey, listen, I've been doing this for a while. I've worked in sales for a while. Like usually the 3 main reasons somebody doesn't buy it from you is either they don't like you, they don't trust you, or they don't like the product, or it's the money, right? And then you can kind of pinpoint it out, like all these different things. And in those pinpoints, then will you dig deep and uncover the problem, right? So again, if somebody says they're uncertain and it's not the money, boom, it's the fucking the product, bro, or the process, whatever. And then you dive deep into that. Okay, I keep repeating myself, and I need to stop doing that. So that's what you do. Then you ask those questions to dig deep, figure out what the problem is. And then again, once you figure out the problem, if they're like, it's the process, I don't really believe in your results process, how is this going to take me from like having 180 pounds on my body right now to getting to 160? Or it's like, okay, I don't really understand how like we're going to develop an offer and then launch it and have these application funnels, these conversion funnels. Great. Now again, you understand the problem, attack it. Now you can go more into depth. Now you can continuously clear things up for them, raise the value, the perceived value, all those things, and then you've solved the problem, right? And then you keep doing that until everything is clear and good to go, and you close the fucking deal, make the bread, and roll them into your program. It's time to change their fucking life, and you're gonna help them do that, right? So boys, hopefully you took some value from this video on really understanding how you should approach objections and negotiating, and understand that at the same time with this, right, a good thing you need to engrave in your mind is, guys, somebody has taken time out of their day to hop on a call with you. They've basically committed. They've made the hardest step, which was even committing to hop on a call with you. And so remember, in kind of that chart I was mentioning at the beginning, if I didn't already, where like most people are on the fence and they want you to convince them. It's in your power to give them reasons to why they should buy your product. And again, they want to be there, they chose to be there. And so you're not convincing somebody, you're helping somebody and helping them understand why this is going to change their life, or whatever the benefits to your program, whatever it is. And that's how you approach this. And I mean, I'll leave you guys with another last tip in this video, which is huge. It's like, don't sell out of your own pocket. A lot of the times what I've seen with my clients coming brand new into my program, when we really help them make 10K in a month through their coaching business or whatever it is, a lot of the times they are selling out of their own pocket, meaning what you think is a lot of money to a lot of people is not a lot of money. It's always variable. It depends on how much money you're making, right? And so a lot of the times you yourself, as the person that's selling the offer, can become and almost approach the call with like a sense of defense, in a sense of like trying to defend yourself in your pricing when you don't need to, because you're selling out of your own pocket. You might even think what you're selling is expensive, maybe because you haven't seen crazy money yet, or you're brand new into making a lot of money. And like when you make $5,000 in a day, bro, you might have made that in a whole month at your job. And so you're approaching these calls almost as like damn, this is a lot of money, whatever. And you're trying to sell, you're trying to be defensive, you're like, damn, like at that point maybe you don't even believe in your own product sometimes, right? Because you don't know if it's worth $5,000, but it's because you're selling out of your own pocket what you think is a lot of money, and what you thought is a lot of money your whole life, when you need to change the perspective. You need to think in an abundance mindset. How much fucking money is actually out there, and how much is for you to get a piece of the unlimited pie that's in this world, right? And the pie is how much money there is. So boys, hopefully you took some value from this video. Love each and every single one of you. If you want to apply to work with me one-on-one on adapting these concepts, fucking building your coaching business, your mentorship, whatever it is that you're selling online, you can apply to do so. Link in the description. Or if you want to change your fucking life physically, mentally, you can do so below as well, or check out the free Brotherhood, where we have a weekly masterclass on these kind of subjects. Last week we did sales conversation, really went into depth on those. They're every Sunday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I love you boys, and I will see you guys in the next video.